Good evening. The news summary for this Tuesday, 18th March. Wendy Funatido has been sworn in as the new chairperson of the Seychelles Electoral Commission. The ceremony, held this morning at State House, was attended by President Wiveram Kalawan, Vice President Ahmed Afif, and other representatives of the other two branches of government. Dido, who previously served as a member of the Electoral Commission for 7 years, pledged to fulfill her duties impartially and without favor as required by the Constitution. She took over from Danny Luka, who resigned before the end of his term. President Ram Kalawan congratulated Mrs. Dido on her appointment and called on the public to support her in carrying out her responsibilities.
This is what the CA wrote in their letter to me. Overall assessment and proposal. This is a high-profile position that requires a good sense of judgment in the context of the evolution of freedom of expression through the ballot box in Seychelles. B, a command of authority over the rest of the Commission, CEO, and other staff to ensure compliance all round. C, the absolute necessity to be seen as non-partisan. And D, the need to keep under continuous review the electoral legal framework in order to ensure the furtherance of democratic principles, effective representation, and the creation of conditions which are conducive to fair electoral competition. Mrs. Didon is a strong candidate with an overall 4.3 rating out of 5 and is highly recommended for the position of chairperson to ensure continuity of the Electoral Commission. Signed by all the members of the Commission, so it was a unanimous decision. And I want to take this opportunity to wish the Electoral Commission all the very best in your preparations. And one of the things that you pointed out was that as a team, you were ready to take on the challenges.
SBC has officially received the key to its Unionville building this morning. The building is a gift from the Chinese government, and the Chinese ambassador, Lin Nan, handed over the key to Vice President Ahmed Afif, who is also responsible for the information department. Vice President Afif then gave the key to SBC's CEO, Biraji Poi.
Ambassadeur Lassine pour Cécile Linnan, inofficiellement remis la clé SBC House avec vice-président Ahmed Afif, qui est responsable portfolio l'information. Une cérémonie qui déroule de présence plusieurs aux officiers gouvernement, qui inclut président de la République Wiveram Kalawan, speaker de l'Assemblée nationale Roger Mancienne et ministre principal Jean-François Ferrari parmi les autres. L'accord pour construction de ce bâtiment est signé en 2017 et construction lui-même a commencé en 2019. En gros, il coûte un petit peu plus que 200 millions de roupies, ou soit environ 14 millions de dollars américains.
Excuses for this mix-up. We continue with the news regarding PNQ that the opposition leader in the National Assembly, Sébastien Pillet, has asked about, who is the new owner of several plots of land that had been put on list to form the former Maya Resort located at Onsley in the Ospalo district, and what is the government's policy on the sale of state land. The Minister for Lands and Housing, Billy Rangasamy, said the owner of the land belongs to a company called United Resorts and Hotel Limited.
The Minister of Lands and Housing, Billy Rangasamy, said the owner of the land belongs to a company called United Resorts and Hotels Limited. He said the company, in which Joseph Albert has a stake, bought the property from Barbara Polwy in 2003 to build a five-star hotel called Maya. In 2010, a Qatari real estate development company bought all of Mr. Albert's shares in United Resorts and Hotels Limited. And in July 2020, a UAE investor through MH Limited bought all the shares and became the new owner of United Resorts and Hotels Limited. And regarding a question on government policy regarding the sale of state land, Minister Rangasamy says that this remains as it was before and that the only amendment that the LDS administration has taken is to give plots of land to embassies and international organizations based in Seychelles under certain concessions. On the question of when approval was given to survey the several plots of land, this was approved in May 2022. Minister Rangasamy also said that the decision of the Cabinet of Ministers on January 23, 2025, to lift the moratorium on the sale of residential land to foreigners has nothing to do with commercial or tourism transactions.
The Minister for Health, Peggy Vidot, has said that reimbursements for individuals who pay out of pocket for treatment abroad are determined solely by the board established under the Overseas Treatment Act. In response to a question in the National Assembly today from Anse Royale's MNA Sylvain Lemiel, Minister Vidot explained that the new law specifies the cases in which funds are applicable, including situations where a person falls ill while abroad and requires urgent medical treatment. Regarding the amount spent on reimbursements, Minister Vidot noted that in 2023, the Ministry of Health allocated over 2 million rupees, while in 2024, the expenditure exceeded 3 million rupees. And since the beginning of this year, it has spent over 329,000 rupees. On the occasion of Commonwealth Day, celebrated on the second Tuesday of March, the head of the Commonwealth, King Charles III, sent a message to all Commonwealth countries, including Seychelles. During today's session in the National Assembly, Deputy Speaker Javieri read the message. There has been an increase in the number of children who were physically and sexually abused in 2023 and 2024. In 2023, 119 cases of sexual abuse were recorded, while in 2024, 137 cases were recorded, showing an increase in 18 cases. For physical abuse, there were 138 cases in 2023 and 145 cases in 2024, which marked an increase of 7 cases. This information was shared in the 14th volume of Social Work in Action magazine, officially released during a workshop with social workers on the occasion of International Social Workers Day. The minister responsible for social affairs, Patricia Francourt, was also present at the workshop. The pension fund is also asking people who qualify for a pension to approach to pension fund office and make the application procedure early. This was said during a press conference organized by the Ministry of Finance in collaboration with the Agency for Social Protection and the Pension Fund. During the conference, they gave more information on registration for benefits paid under the Social Protection Agency. These are the increases in social benefits that the government has announced, which will come into effect as of April next month. In total, there are adjustments that have been made in 3 categories.
In terms of the retirement benefit with the Agency of Social Protection, as we know, there is a residency test that a Seychellois need to fulfill before they qualified for retirement benefit. It is not automatically that all Seychellois reaching the age of 65 will qualify for retirement benefit. There is the residency test that needs to be met for them to qualify for the benefit. So they need to come to the Agency for Social Protection again 3 months in advance to start the process. And then ASP will have the communication with the Seychelles Pension Fund for them to determine the amount of that members from the Seychelles Pension Fund to determine the final amount. If that person is eligible for retirement benefit, how much they will get it based on the assessment for Seychelles Pension Fund. if they will be receiving a contribution from social pension fund, or if not, how much. It is only for new applicants under the retirement benefits, particularly, that they will need to come forward at least 3 months in advance to start the process. For the invalidity benefit, it is a little bit more straightforward. Once the assessment is completed by the Functional Capacity Assessment Board, the information will be communicated to the ASP and to the Social Pension Fund, because the board provides information to both institutions. If a members of the Social Pension Fund will be qualified for a incapacity benefit, this is where the Agency for Social Protection will determine the rate the person will qualify for the invalidity benefit. For the disability benefit, it is more or less straightforward. Once again, the assessment is done and it is confirmed that the person is due for disability benefit. The benefit will be adjusted from the 5,750 that you are getting today to the 6,650.
That's the end of this news summary. Join me at 8 for the news bulletin in Creole. Until then, have a pleasant evening.